and welcome. You're watching Live Stream, the one show that is all about you and what you are thinking about the big stories of the day. We've heard you now and we know that it is the Natak in Karnataka that you are talking about. There's just so many people in the country, many of course saying it's just politics, they don't get into it and they are just stepping back and saying, you know, this is what we expect. But for many, what is going on in Karnataka, all that horse trading and all that talk of MLAs being offered 100 crores each to switch is just appalling. They say it is democracy now which is at stake. Now, let me just recap quickly for the benefit of those of you just tuning in. The Karnataka governors agreed to look into all legal aspects while deciding whether the BJP or the Congress JDS combined should be invited to form the government in the state. JDS had said so. The Congress has planned to the Supreme Court if the governor's decision is in favor of the BJP. The BJP's Mr. Yedurappa had a meeting with the governor this morning. He's been saying that he is confident that he is going to be called to form the government. Will of course have to prove the numbers. Remember, the BJP's 8 short of majority in the 224-seat assembly, but saying that they will manage to get the numbers. How they will do that is the big question. Like I said, already talk of all that horse trading and MLAs being offered 100 crores each. So what are the people of Karnataka thinking? What about them? This is their vote, this is their election, and they still don't have a government. They don't know who's going to form the next government. So what does Bengaluru say? Let's listen in to some people that Mayash spoke to.
Lost as we are in the coverage of the political drama in Karnataka, with all the numbers games being stacked up, life does go on in the city. We're at a little restaurant here in Bengaluru. And sir, you've been following all this Karnataka, the drama, the numbers, allegations that MLAs are going to be bought. How do you react to all that? What do you feel about it all?
I don't know, madam.
You don't know anything about politics at all?
No,
Okay. What about you, sir? When you hear about all these allegations, no reaction at all on politics as well. And ma'am, what about you? When you hear about politics, all the numbers games, people being paid, no idea. Well, I think you may have an idea. There have been allegations that MLAs are being bought, that money is being paid for them. This horse trading.
Allegation is always allegation, you know. But where is the reality? We don't have any proof. Media is talking about horse trading, everything is happening. But we have not seen in eyes. And any political party will do this if they want to come to power.
Any political party will do this. It's part of politics, is it?
It's a part of politics. It's become like trading.
So you accept it, or do you think it's sad, or?
Sometimes, as a citizen of this country, we feel sad. But I definitely blame the citizens of this Bangalore who have not voted. More than 35 lakhs people have not voted this elections. 35 lakhs is equal to divided by around 10 MLAs. It's not a proper result what mandate is been given. You see around 35%, 40% polling in most of the Bangalore, where such a good Bangalore city has been spoiled by the existing ruling government. We thought
Came out to vote.
it's a very sad part actually.
Would you like to comment? We've had all this talk about MLAs being bought by different parties. It's become horse trading, allegations. As somebody living here, what do you feel?
Sorry, I can't say anything. I can't say anything because I don't belong from Karnataka.
What do you feel as a resident of India?
It is not good for politics.
What do you think? You feel sad when you see it, or
Sorry, I can't comment.
not good for the politics?
It is not good for the politics.
Thank you so much. Well, yes. What do you feel about what's going on politically? There's horse trading, the allegations of horse trading, MLAs being bought.
Whatever is going on, it's okay, but BJP should win to them.
Even if they have to buy MLAs, there are allegations that they are paying money for MLAs.
Maybe Amit Shah will be do something.
He might do something.
Still hope on Amit Shah.
That they may do something, okay. We have a student here. What are your thoughts on everything that's been happening in terms of allegations that MLAs are being bought? How do you react to this?
First of all, it's so hard that we finished our elections, the counting is over, we still don't have a government. This whole thing is so confusing. About MLAs being bought, it's so unethical because people are voting for one particular candidate because they hope that candidate belongs to this party and the other party is buying that candidate. So it's so unfair to the people who actually trusted that party.
You voted this time?
I did vote
First
this
vote?
time. Yeah, I voted for the first time.
Very first time. So
Yeah.
do you feel disappointed that
I
the
do.
electoral process that you must have been excited to take part in, that it's come down to this?
Yeah, I was very excited. Now I'm so disappointed because there's still no clear-cut idea about who's going to form the government. There's so much confusion and yeah.
Not what you expected. And so, what do you feel about what's going on, the way the politics is?
मुझे पॉलिटिक्स के बारे में ज़्यादा उतना मालूम नहीं है. आई एम द ओनर ऑफ उडुपी
बस
दिसन है.
so
तो
politics के बारे में कुछ नहीं.
मुझे उतना नहीं मालूम है. बट जो भी है, जो होता है जनता के लिए जो अच्छा होता है वो होनी चाहिए और मैं भी वही एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ. सबको अच्छा हो, बस यही चाहता हूँ.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, a mix of reactions here, from people feeling disappointed to people saying that it's part of the system to people saying they just don't care. They don't bother about the politics at all. A mix of reactions here at this Bangalore restaurant about what has been going on in the politics of Karnataka. With JM Kumar, Maya Sharma in Bengaluru for NDTV.
Right, so quite interesting there. Fair number of people, of course, upset saying that we vote for one party, we vote for one candidate, but we're not getting that. Even if the candidate wins, there's just no saying which way this election is unfolding. Some anger, angst, of course, over all that money exchanging hands, but a fair number of people also just shrugging their shoulders and saying that this is politics. Perhaps the cynicism of the political class never been apparent more, except in times like this. Well, that's, of course, Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka, worst affected, really the state that is now seeing this cliffhanger as it has unfolded for, for more than 24 hours since the results came out. But all parts of India are affected. This could be anyone's story. We've seen it play out in other states as well. And nobody really is spared. Everyone has a strong opinion about this. We are seeing live images of Congress MLAs. Remember, they landed up at the governor's residence at Bhavan this evening, but were told that that the governor doesn't want any MLAs paraded just yet. So after being got onto the bus, perhaps they're headed back now. So, the big question still is which way will this go? Well, there are views coming in this evening, like I said, from different parts of the country. From Chennai, for instance, Sam has people with him. Sam, we heard from Bengaluru, and again, there was a fair amount of cynicism on display. What about Chennai?
Natasha, well, last year after Jayalalitha died, Tamil Nadu also witnessed a similar situation when more than 100 AIADMK MLAs were put up in a resort outside Chennai amidst accusations and allegations that each one was paid up to 5 crore rupees when there was a tussle between the EPS and OPS factions at that point in time. And with me, Dr. Raja and Mr. Varanathan, thank you so much for your time. The allegation by Kumaraswamy in Karnataka is that 100 crore was offered to switch sides. Are MLAs letting down voters?
My take is different actually on this. If you look at the pre-poll campaign, both JDS and Congress, they were throwing mud at each other. It was a campaign of hatred. And what were they saying? What was Congress saying? That JDS has got a tacit understanding with BJP. With both the parties have refused. And today, as soon as they saw that BJP was going from 115 to 104, then they started forming an alliance, which is absolutely unacceptable. Whether BJP, Congress or JDS, that is different. But the fact of the matter is, both JDS and Congress were completely denied the office by the voters of Karnataka. Rejected, completely rejected. BJP has got, they are the, what do you say, single largest party. So they should be given the option.
Right.
I think Saras forgot about the Subramanian Swamy statement saying that there is no permanent friends and no permanent enemies in politics. Okay, as far as this case is concerned, 222 MLAs got elected from various political parties. They have to stick. People have voted only for these political parties. They have not voted for their individual capacity. So whether their party is in the government or they are going to sit in the opposition, they have to vote for them. If they abstain or if they vote cross vote, government has to governor has to sack these MLAs.
As a voter, how do you look at this horse trading culture?
See, this is very bad. Now people, even people cannot ask these voters because they have taken 5,000, 10,000 rupees, and these people cannot question this MLA. They will coolly say, "I have given money and you voted for me. Don't question me."
Do you share similar thoughts?
Absolutely, because voters have also become corrupt nowadays. I don't know what extent in Karnataka, I can't comment. But also I can't comment on what Kumaraswamy said, 100 crores. It's all just speculation. So I don't go by that. If I were the governor, I would call BJP to form the government and prove the majority on the house.
Thank you so much for your time, and back to you, Natasha.
Sam, thanks very much for bringing us all there. So, like you pointed out that, no part of the country really immune to this. We've just all seen this, if not in our own states, in other parts of the country, which is why we feel so strongly about this. Well, we now also senior journalist Ram. Thanks, sir, for your time this evening. Now, we're talking to you on a day when, there's been all these, this hot trading, the resort politics out in the open. Mr. Kumaraswamy goes publicly out to say that 100 crores has been offered to each of his MLAs. We've been speaking to just the Aam Aadmi across the country who says that, that they're disappointed but not surprised. Is that a sentiment that you share, sir?
Yeah, I think it's clear that the BJP is trying to lure people, and the other side is also, a bit shaky. So it's very, very unseemly because, if the governor invites to form the government, it means sanctioning horse trading. There's nothing other than that, because there's no way they can get to 112 without luring defectors, using all kinds of underhand methods. And the other side is resorting to resort politics, taking them to resorts and so on. One fellow has already gone over to the BJP, and one MLA, unless its change, is missing. The Congress MLA, and the Reddy brothers seem to be active. So it's most unseemly. And this really is a shame on India's democracy. Once again, we've seen this before, but in Karnataka didn't deserve this.